Hi guys, welcome to Sri Sai Shorthand Coaching Center. 180 words per minute dictation, 5 minutes duration. Get ready. Start. Speaking on the Indian Tariff Second and Third Amendment bills in the Lok Sabha, Sri A. M. Thomas, member for Ernakulam, said, "I would like to make only a few observations and take time on one or two subjects. Though not directly concerned with the bills under discussion, a review of the work of the Tariff Commission is relevant, and Sri Bansal raised the question of the prices of rubber, tires and tubes, and the enormous profits that the foreign manufacturers in India are making. He also referred to two or three recommendations of the Tariff Commission, one with regard to the import of tires and the second with regard to Indian participation being necessary in the manufacturing capacity. And thirdly, he also referred to the recommendation of the Tariff Commission with regard to the setting up of a pilot project. The question of setting up a tire manufacturing concern was raised by me when the rubber production amendment bill was discussed on the floor of the House, and it was also supported by one or two members hailing from my part of the country. I recall with gratitude the assurance then given by the Commerce and Industry Minister that he would be only too glad to proceed if anybody is coming forward for setting up a tire manufacturing concern, in view of the fact that the major portion of raw rubber is produced in Travancore, Cochin, and also having regard to the great unemployment situation there, it would be highly desirable to set up a tire manufacturing concern in that state. Subsequent to the discussion, here several questions have been tabled on this subject, and from the answers given, I gather that no definite project has still been placed before the Commerce and Industry Ministry. That is rather unfortunate. I would again impress upon the Commerce and Industry Ministry the absolute necessity, in view of the prices of tires and tubes, as well as the peculiar position in my part of the state, to set up a tire manufacturing concern there. I am not concerned how that concern is set up there, whether by private participation or directly by the government itself stepping in. I am afraid that some of the observations made by my honorable friend Sri Bansal may prejudice any of the foreign companies coming in on our terms. I understand that some time back the Godrej company had made a proposal that it did not reach any definite stage and that they have backed out. Some other concerns are also in the field. I submit that the observations made by Sri Bansal should not also in any way prejudice the government in approaching the question on its own merits. The state government itself has forwarded a scheme in the second 5-year plan for the production of tires and rubber goods. That scheme was principally based on the scheme submitted by the Goodrich company. That scheme perhaps may not be before the government any more now. I would like to get a clarification from the Honorable Minister for Commerce and Industry as to the exact position in which the ministry finds itself at present in regard to this matter. The state government has also recommended for adoption in the second 5-year plan expansion of the present Travancore rubber works, which is the state concern. I should think that the Commerce and Industry Minister will consider that request also most sympathetically. I would then pass on to another subject. You will find from the recommendations of the Tariff Commission as well as the decisions that have been adopted by the government, as also from the provisions of these bills, that the protection is sought to be stopped with regard to two industries, starch and glucose, along with some others. I am afraid that the Tariff Commission has been a little hasty in recommending the discontinuance of protection to starch and glucose. The Honorable Minister Sri Karmakar, when he introduced the bill, said with regard to the glucose industry that the industry has not been behaving properly in spite of a warning given by the government. All the same, I feel a little more time ought to have been given to the industry to have its equipment modernized, and then a decision should have been reached. The Honorable Minister did not refer to all the circumstances which compelled the government to adopt this course. I believe this will be made clear in the reply. I have a serious complaint to make against the Tariff Commission with regard to the discontinuance of protection to the starch industry. On a former occasion also, when they inquired into the question, they failed or omitted to consider the case of Topeka. The industrial possibilities of Topeka starch have been mentioned in this house on more than one occasion. Even then, the Tariff Commission has not cared to make any query at all with regard to it. I think if the Tariff Commission had bestowed a little more care with regard to this aspect, it would have been in a position to recommend several subsidiary things for the adoption of the government, and that would have led to the development of the starch industry. It is found that the Tariff Commission had come only up to Madras, and they did not care to come further south where topeka is produced in great abundance.